right now on the Northwestern News Report. While you do your history homework, NU archivists are documenting history as it happens, plus using campus resources when campus is miles away. All that and more coming up on the Northwestern News Report. It's your news from my living room right now. Welcome to the Northwestern News Report. I'm Joey Safchik. Tonight, while students are social distancing at home around the world, we take a look at the one place that's home to us all. Here's how COVID-19 is changing our campus.
Many colleges and universities, in fact.
Northwestern President Morty Shapiro on CNBC last week, talking about coronavirus and our college. Some of the big takeaways: Shapiro says NU is exploring renting space in local Evanston hotels and opening up unused dorm space so students have single rooms. He says he hopes to have students back on campus in the fall, but only if it's safe.
And, we all want to open up, but we're only going to do it if it's safe. Can you test them? Can you isolate them? Can you do quarantines? Can you spread them out?
We reached out, but Shapiro declined to comment for NNN. We turn now to students who are taking to social media to express concern over a Northwestern cook who was allegedly laid off by Compass, the food distributor that partners with NU. Spokesperson John Yates emphasized to NNN, quote, "Ms. Malagon was not fired. She's a valued member of the team. The staff is on a short-term layoff due to COVID-19. We expect that all staff will be recalled when possible." Select food workers are still working on campus, and Yates says the workers who are laid off will continue receiving benefits, as previously guaranteed. Quote, "Northwestern provides funds to Compass to cover benefits. Compass then facilitates maintaining coverage through spring quarter. Continuation of pay comes through unemployment benefits, not from Compass or Northwestern." Meanwhile, students organizing for labor rights told NNN,
They claim that unemployment benefits are adequate, but we know that that is not the case. People will be financially unstable for months because of this crisis. Northwestern are morally responsible and financially capable for paying workers and helping ensure the health of our community.
We've all heard by now about how we're living in historic times, that this is a moment our kids will read about in textbooks. So how will future Wildcats learn about these wild times? NNN's Andrew Rowan has the story.
We are undoubtedly living through historic times. And when Northwestern students want to know how the university handled the crisis 10, 20, 100 years in the future, university archives will likely be one of the first places they go.
It's been a really interesting little set of data already.
Kelsey O'Connell is a Northwestern digital archivist. She says they've been archiving the Northwestern Coronavirus Response website once a week.
So you see these rapid changes every single week with these web captures that would have otherwise not been able to track.
Head of McCormick Library Public Services, Dana Lamparello, says she wants to preserve the experience of community members, including journals, oral histories, and even social media posts.
All of us can do our archival work during this time.
Plus, digital content is being created at an unprecedented rate.
We actually are ramping up and doing even more gathering of electronic records than we have ever done in the past.
It's not as simple as downloading files. First, archivists need to determine what makes the cut.
We look at the content of it and is it valuable to our researchers? Is it something that shows intrinsic value to the cultural history of our institution?
Andrew Rowan, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Andrew. But many students are more concerned with the near future, especially graduating seniors, with more than 30 million unemployment claims filed since mid-March. Here's NNN's Megan Leibowitz.
Amid a historic spike in layoffs, graduating students joined the ranks of job seekers.
I wanted to work for them, they wanted me to work for them, and I couldn't because of this hiring freeze.
Rachel Kritzik found a job. She liked them and they liked her. But now that they're on a hiring freeze, she's making other plans.
So that's my plan right now, is I guess just to volunteer, maybe do some tutoring work on the side.
As graduating students look past the end of Zoom classes, Northwestern Career Advancement is working to help students transition into the job market.
When we moved our operations virtually, we actually increased the number of appointments that are available to students to do that one-on-one work. We are doing a lot of outreach to employers, learning about what their particular needs are.
The job search process looks different now, but Mark Presnell says based on past recessions, he still thinks students will have successful searches.
Some companies are deferring their start dates a bit more towards the end of the summer. That was typical for a quarter school anyway. But the numbers of full-time jobs that have been rescinded is really, really small.
Now, students try to improve their hiring chances, and companies work to answer hiring questions of their own.
I think that they're still trying to understand how to onboard students in a virtual environment, how to begin to think about when they would have the ability to kind of bring them in the office to start their full-time jobs.
Megan Leibowitz, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Megan. You can reach out to NCA with any questions or concerns. But there are plenty of students who aren't quite thinking about their future jobs yet. They're just planning their transitions to campus. The deadline to commit to NU was this week, and I spoke to some incoming students who are very excited, if not a little bit nervous, about what the future holds.
It would just be a little disappointing if we didn't start on campus in the fall, because my last semester of high school was disrupted. So I'm really hoping for a smooth start and a fresh start at Northwestern.
We're excited to march through the arch with Charlotte and the class of 2024 as soon as it's safe to do so. That's all the time we have for tonight. For all of us here at NNN, I'm Joey Safchik. Stay safe and stay informed.